showdown. It's the Condors and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Condors offense who will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
Hey, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. He can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Some misdirection with the counter. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Snags it, and he's open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. To the ground to try to move the chains. Maybe a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He's piled up 65 yards rushing now. What a way to start this season. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Condor! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Well, that's the start you're looking for if you're David and you're trying to upset Goliath in a game that nobody gave you an opportunity to win. What a nice job offensively, just making good decisions, taking care of the football, and making the plays when they were available to be made. They march it down the field. They get on the scoreboard, David. And I think this crowd right now is shocked.
They are shocked, and it got a lot quieter. And here's the good thing. Now the confidence goes through the roof. Coaches talk about it. We got confidence. We can win. The players have to believe. And they talk about something good happening early. Not letting this crowd go bananas. That's how they drew.
There he goes. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. That's caught. It's Humphreys. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wideout. finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff for Frazier. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. RPO complete. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Got a little grass. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Here's Nate Frazier. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Try to barge their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Punch it out of the air. Touchdown, Bulldog! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Condors will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the right. It's complete. Breaks into the open. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one him threatening from inside the 10. Trying to run, it's Frazier. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. A nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. There's a crease. He now has 72 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And it'll be the Condors decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Keeps it and gets the first down. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. The snap sets up to throw. He's looking deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Handoff, Frazier running left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Now on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a man. It's right.
And you kind of thought in that situation the QB might keep it, but makes the...
And down he goes. The protection good for a while. It broke down, and he could not get away.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in the hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback.
Here's a little room there. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. It's on target and complete. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. One more snap coming before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Fires left. A strike downfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Condors will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Georgia's head coach told me at halftime he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second.
Going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside. And he misses outside a little bit. Like to give your receiver a better chance, but it's a good job missing outside.
He's not afraid to go deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability.
He'll take the deep shot. Goes high to pull it in. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Send the tight end in motion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Nate Frazier. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity where they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And it'll be the Condors will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Frazier again. Running to Green. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll give to Frazier. Across the 15. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. He now has 85 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game one going exactly how they scripted.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, and especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
Dropping back, it's right. They're setting up the screen. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finding some room. Guys, he's up to 103 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The Condors are rolling down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll try it again. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
To the air, it's right. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll go to the counter play. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now on the move. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season, that's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year.